Thanks for joining Reflets Afrique Television on this evening edition of the English newscast. We are broadcasting to you live from the economic capital, Douala. Let's commence with our headlines. Rwandan cyclist Moise Mugisha has been proclaimed winner of the 20th edition of the Chantal Biya International Cycling Tour, which kicked off in Douala on November 18, 2020 and ended yesterday at the 20th May start in Yaoundé. He is closely being followed up by Slovakian Kobis Lakas as the first runner-up. The Chang District Hospital has been renovated thanks to the First Lady Chantal Biya, who was personally represented by Céline Dion Gouté, President of CERAC. Constant Omare's mandate as CAF interim president has been extended till March 2021. This is what we will be developing in the minutes ahead. Stay tuned. Good evening and welcome back. The winner of the Chantal Biya International Cycling Tour has been proclaimed as Moise Mugisha from Rwanda, who won the yellow jersey on day one in the economic capital, Douala. The cyclist covered a distance of 96 kilometers in 2 hours. Details with Sandrine Ndumbe.
The 20th edition of the Chantal Biya International Cycling Race rounded off at the 20th May State in Cameroon's political capital yesterday, November 22, 2020, with Rwandan cyclist Moise Mugisha declared as the overall winner with a time record of 16 hours, 20 seconds and 47 milliseconds. The race took place along the Sangmenima-Yaoundé highway over a distance of 166.4 kilometers. A total of 49 cyclists were on the start list in Sangmenima, with Moise Mugisha leading, but not for long, as he was caught up by Hervé Raoulmba of the SNH Velo Club. Spectators were rather shocked as just 5 meters to the end of the finish line, Mugisha surpassed him. Burkina Faso's Paul Dumont was the first to cross the finish line in 4 hours 5 seconds 18 milliseconds, while Hervé Raoulmba and Bamogo Seydou from Burkina Faso were second and third with the same time record. The three were riding at the speed of 40.70 kilometers per hour. In the general classification, Moise Mugisha emerged overall. Winner of the competition that kicked off in Douala on November 18, 2020 with a time record of 16 hours, 20 seconds and 47 milliseconds. Kobiš Lukas from Slovakia came in as first runner-up. This is overall second winning. That is overall second winner, and Kamzong Abosolo was third. The green jersey for the best individual classification on points was handed to Kobiš Lukas from Slovakia. Special prizes and trophies from the First Lady were handed to the team and the 2 women who took part in the 25-kilometer cycling race. The event took place in the presence of the Minister of Sports and Physical Education, Narcisse Mwelekombi, other members of government, the French ambassador to Cameroon, Christophe Guilou, the governor to the Center region, Nasseri Paul Biya, and other invitees.
The Minister of Territorial Administration, Paul Atanganji, has called on political parties participating in the December City regional elections to collect the first installment of allowances allocated for campaigns. The second installment comes after the elections and the amount varies according to the number of seats required. Campaigns were launched all over the national territory on a Sunday, November 22, 2020. In the English-speaking regions, the CPDM party is dominating, even though separatists consider them as the enemy. While launching campaigns in Bamenda, chief town of the Northwest region, former Prime Minister Yang Filimun hailed the special status conferred to the respective regions in 2019, describing it as an icing cake of decentralization. The CPDM party has 33 out of 34 councillors in the Northwest and is running an unchallengeable game. The Bambutus division launched campaigns in the West region, chaired by the President of the Divisional Commission of the ruling CPDM political party, Minister Emmanuel Nganu Njumesi. The minister, during his campaign launch, called on candidates of the upcoming polls to be humble, supportive, and give a listening ear in order to ensure the victory of the CPDM party in the division. The regional elections, according to President Paul Biya, is a gateway for the execution or implementation of the special status of the Northwest and the Southwest regions of Cameroon. The regional election decision was voted during the Grand National Dialogue. Onto the West region, the Chang District Hospital was on November 21, 2020, renovated by the personal representative of the First Lady Chantal Biya in the person of the coordinator of the Circle of Friends of Cameroon, CERAC, Dr. Miss Grace Diongute. During yesterday's retro session, the chair lady of the occasion equipped the renovated hospital and handed over gifts to rural women and youth in the Menoa division of the West region of Cameroon, while respecting compliance measures to curb the spread of the COVID-19 pandemic. Also present at the ceremony was municipal, administrative, traditional, and religious authorities. The head of the CERAC body delegation, in her address to the population, do not forget to recall other similar activities done by the Circle of Friends of Cameroon in other parts of the West region, notably in Galim, Buda, and parts of the Nun. The technical sphere of the hospital was reinforced with a list of technical materials offered to the hospital director, Dr. Numbum Michel. With renovation, patients and the population are expected to witness a positive impact in service provision. Sierra Leone's former president, Ernest Bai Koroma, was questioned on Monday in a secured location in connection with investigations into alleged corruption after his lawyer cited concerns over his safety. The Anti-Corruption Commission said the case concerns alleged wrongdoing in connection with the mining, construction, and procurement contracts during Koroma's 2007 to 2008 tenure. Koroma denies the allegations and has said corruption allegations are part of a long-runner smear campaign. This questioning is the latest move in a campaign by Koroma's successor, President Julius Maada Bio, to investigate the previous administration that Maada Bio says took the country to the brink of economic collapse. Last Thursday, the commission warned it could issue a warrant for Koroma's arrest after he failed to comply with its summons. His lawyer said this was linked to concerns over his safety. The interview has now taken place at a secure location and will continue at a later date, the anti-graft body said in a statement. The UK parliamentarians have proposed sanctions against Nigerian officials involved in the Lekki shooting during the October 8 NSAS protest, which commenced in Nigeria's largest city, Lagos. More details in this report compiled. On November 23rd, the UK Parliament debated a petition seeking to impose sanctions on Nigerian government officials involved in the killing of peaceful protesters in Lekki on October 20, 2020. Members of Parliament condemned the violence that erupted at the Lekki toll gate in Lagos and insisted that Nigerian officials should not enjoy in the United Kingdom the liberties they denied their citizens at home. The Nigerian army had rejected claims it killed unarmed protesters at the NSAS protest in Lagos last month, while stating that the soldiers were firing live bullets. General Ahmed Taiwo noted that the video evidence backed his claims. The International Criminal Court had also opened investigations into the NSAS protest. Countries and foreign bodies had also pressed for prosecution of those responsible in an incident that resulted in multiple fatalities and injuries. According to police, 22 officers were killed in the protest, with over 205 stations burned during national protest. The International Criminal Court also assured that the findings of the former inquiry into the crimes committed during the protest will be made public. The representative of the Minister for Africa noted that the minister awaited the outcome of the judicial panels of inquiries into the shooting. After the suspension of Ahmad Ahmad, outgoing president of CAF by FIFA, the president of the Congolese Football Federation, Constant Omari, has taken over at the helm of CAF as his interim president status has been extended. This report from Sandrine Doumbé tells us once more.
The Independent Committee of FIFA called the Ethics Committee yesterday, November 23rd, to sanction Ahmad Ahmad, who has served as president of CAF since March 2017, guilty for mismanagement of funds, abuse of his position, for breach of his duty of loyalty after the Malgachian was offered gifts and other benefits. Consequently, Constant Omari, president to the Congolese Football Federation, who has been serving as the CAF's interim president for the last month because of Ahmad's sickness related to COVID-19, will stay in his position until elections are carried out in March 2021. The CAF, on the other hand, has maintained its calendar of activities for the 2019-2020 session and the next session, as stated in the Confederation's press release today. Besides being a CAF vice principal, 62-year-old Constant Omari Selamani has served as president of FECAFOOT since 2003 and is as a FIFA Council member since 2015. He has served in the Executive Committee as well as the Organizing Committee for the CAF African Cup of Nations, the Under-20 African Championship and Interclub competitions, plus management of the CAF Club licensing system.
Dear viewers, this is the package we gathered for you. The news was put together by the English desk, supervised and produced by Thierry Nyope, and I have been promised for presentation. Stay tuned to Reflets d'Afrique Television.